If you're about to renovate or even thinking about it, stop everything. Because we've brought together some of the best experts to compile a list of the top 25 renovation mistakes we all make.
Sometimes people just don't know about it.
It could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's not too late. We'll tell you what to do to avoid these mishaps.
You can't go wrong if you do that.
That's worth $1 million right there.
It'll save your sanity and your wallet.
The project's going to end up better with a lot less frustration.
It makes the biggest difference in a house.
It's HGTV's 25 Biggest Renovation Mistakes. HGTV has brought together 3 experts to compile a list of the biggest mistakes we all make when renovating our homes. If you want to avoid these renovation disasters, then it's time to listen up. Before you pick up a hammer, let's kick things off with one of the biggest renovating mistakes people make. At number 25, gutting everything.
I see this time and time again where people just start and they think you're going to pull a piece of wallpaper up, and by the time the process is over, they've completely gotten themselves into a deep, dark hole that's very difficult to get out of.
People get a little ambitious sometimes, and they get in and they do too much work, and it ends up really costing you more than needs to be.
The biggest things to look for when you're deciding to gut or not is, are you changing the structure of the room? If so, it's probably better to gut.
Make sure you have a well-set plan before you start your renovations, because you don't want to go in there and just clear everything out when you might be able to work around some areas.
If you want to see what the room looks like empty, take everything out, see what it looks like, and then come up with your design.
You don't just want to throw the sledgehammer through the wall right away without knowing what type of damage you could possibly do.
In most cases, a lot of people will rip out walls, and it's just not necessary. Save that lumber. You're just going to spend more money in the end when you can reuse the same stuff.
Make sure you've got all the tools and the knowledge to finish the project before you start ripping everything out of a room.
So don't demolition a room with reckless abandon, but do make sure to plan properly before renovating. Even though you've avoided excessive demolition, don't cut corners and make this next mistake on our countdown. At number 24, buying cheap materials.
One of the biggest mistakes that people make when it comes to home renovation, they try to be cheap when they're buying the materials. And the bottom line is, you're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah, a lot of people do starter renovations. I'm going to put in cheap cabinets, and then we'll just tear them out in a couple years and put in the good stuff.
You can buy less expensive materials versus expensive, but you always want to make sure that what you're purchasing is quality and it's going to last.